What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 202 Show. I'm Ryan Saber. Now, I want to preface this by saying that this is probably going to be one of the nerdiest, geekiest, most childish episodes we've ever had and are probably going to have for a very long time. And I couldn't be more excited. Today is the day that Matt Greenblatt and I draft our Power Rangers fantasy teams. This is something we've wanted to do since realistically we started the show. And frankly, it's been a slow news week. And then, depending on time, we are going to go ahead and power rank the seasons of The Office. So if you are just joining us for the first time, we have the 202 Show, the podcast talk show, where we talk sports, comic books, movies, music, and anything else we have an opinion on. But let's be real, mostly it's just been comic books recently, and I think that's probably going to be the trend going forward. We do have something else in the works, which might call it 202 Overtime, where we do a sports show, but we'll see how that goes. We do post new videos every week, so make sure to subscribe down below and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the 202 Show. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, Sean, I know you're not the biggest Power Ranger fan that we are, so I am going to have you sit this one out.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't know as much as you guys. It's not even close.
Oh, yeah. We are going to have you come back, though, for the Office ranking seasons, or for ranking the Office seasons. So this segment is, of course, going to be me, Matt, and Greenblatt, and I am going to put us on gallery view for the time being. So here's how we're going to do this. Just going to be a regular draft format. The order is going to be Matt first, Greenblatt second, me third. Here's the roster that I want to try to fill. Red, blue, green/black, yellow, pink, a sixth ranger, and a mentor. And I was thinking we'll do a villain round, but I think that's a little bit pushed. Basically, it's going to work just like any other regular draft. You can pick any player, meaning any color, in any round. You just have to fill your roster. So I think without further ado, let's get going. Matt, Power Ranger fantasy draft. You can pick any ranger, any team, any timeline. Who's your first pick?
Oh, all right. So this is definitely like picking a quarterback on the first round, but I'm gonna go with the Red Ranger, obviously. Yep. I'm gonna say Carter Grayson.
Okay. So Lightspeed Red Ranger.
Yes, sir.
What made you pick Carter Grayson number one?
So you know that Lightspeed is one of my favorite shows of all time when it comes to the Power Ranger series. I like Carter Grayson just because I think one of my favorite part about Lightspeed Rescue is that a lot of what they do is just based on what they can do at like pre-Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. You know, they really don't have like a mythical power force. It's just all of them. Yep. So I think he's just a natural born leader too. But I think that just kind of always interested me a little bit more. And he's always been my favorite Red Ranger.
Yeah. Nope. No arguments there. Greenblatt, second pick to you.
I mean, we said no JDF, correct?
No.
Correct.
You can pick JDF, but JDF counts as a sixth or a red. JDF doesn't count.
Okay, then I'm gonna go JDF as for Zio then.
Oh my God. Okay.
I was gonna say. You're just leaving him on the table there.
Oh my God. Yeah. That would have been like, okay.
Yeah, I'm taking him at Zio.
Matt, do you want JDF 1?
No, I will give that to Greenblatt. I done goofed.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean like that. I meant no JDF in the category of green and black.
Gotcha. That's okay.
Because I don't want to give JDF a Green Ranger spot when in the first season he's the sixth ranger and then he becomes a Red Ranger. Are you sure you don't want to start over?
No, that's totally cool. That was my mistake. I screwed the pooch.
All right, Greenblatt, second pick.
Jason David Frank is the Red Ranger from Zio.
Tommy Oliver.
Tommy, yeah. Sorry. Just synonymous with JDF. I mean, he was also Red for Turbo, but like I just assume we're just sticking with the character himself. Not the specific era. Okay. Just the childhood nostalgia angle. Plus, he was just so awesome as the Zio Ranger.
Okay.
I honestly, I mean, I'm going to say it. I like Zio more than Mighty Morphin.
Oh, I do too.
It was
like, no shame in it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, also like the budget also went up with the show and like a little less controversy.
No, but like, what makes Tommy your second pick? That's what I'm leading to.
Well, you mean my first pick?
Yeah, what makes Tommy your first pick?
He's the Ranger of all Rangers. I mean, when you
He's got a
think of
point.
Power Rangers, you think of Tommy.
Third pick, I'm going with a little bit of a sleeper here, but as Matt knows, this is my personal favorite Ranger ever. And sticking with the trend, I am picking my red, and that's actually going to be Wes Collins, the Red Time Force Ranger. In terms of character development, I don't think you have, aside from one specific character that I might actually pick further down the line, in terms of character development, I don't think you have a character who started out as kind of a dink and then turned into an amazing person by the end more drastically than Wes Collins. Wes Collins was the playboy billionaire Bruce Wayne type who then decided he needed to be a better person and could choose his own destiny and became the Red Time Force Ranger. And in my opinion, Jason Font as Wes Collins, one of my favorite Power Rangers ever, my favorite Power Ranger ever. Easy pick number 3 for my red. Matt picks you.
All right. I'm going to hop on and jump to my 6th Ranger. And that is going to go to Zane from Power Rangers in Space.
Good pick.
Thank you. I loved Zane. I thought he was so cool. He always came in clutch. He was like, I think the best use as a 6th Ranger.
Yeah.
He was always kind of there, but there was like there was real reasons why he wasn't around. He came in when needed. I think, I've said this time and time again, my favorite Power Rangers storyline ever is the Psycho Rangers.
Yep.
And without him, they would have lost. The Psycho Rangers would have won.
I think a lot of people will agree with you there. That's one of the best storylines there is.
For sure. They're great. Even when they come back in Galaxy.
Galaxy, yep.
So I'm going to have to go. My second pick is Zane from Space.
Okay, Greenie picks you.
All right, I'm also going to go with my 6th Ranger slot. I'm going to go with Jason for the Gold Zero Ranger.
Yep, that was predictable.
All right.
Yep. I mean, we didn't really have, again, Zeo. I mean, bringing back the original Red Ranger for, the really cool looking gold, black on gold. Well, no, gold on black.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was awesome.
No, it was
especially
really cool. Especially the Tray of Triforia, the whole arc and transferring the power. It was really cool.
Oh, they were all triplets, those actors.
Yeah.
Huh. Tom, Tim, and Ted Filippo. Are you guys looking at are you guys looking at a full roster of everything on the Power Rangers Wikipedia or?
Nope.
Okay.
I have him in my head.
Yeah, I'm just spitballing here. Yeah, no, Jason's definitely an easy pick. It was without question gonna be my pick if it fell to me. But it isn't. And so I'm going to actually pick my Pink Ranger here.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with Jen from Time Force. I'm taking 2 Time Force Rangers, potentially a third later. We'll see.
I mean, I picked 2 from Zeo, so
I'm
not gonna judge.
Look, Jen Scott was the original leader of the Time Force team. She was the one who led the team back in time to track down Rancic after her fiance was killed, the original Red Ranger of the future, and she was a bad ass. Jen was, in my eyes, the most powerful and the strongest Pink Ranger from an emotional and from a leadership standpoint. And in my eyes, I don't think there's any Pink Ranger who even comes close to her. Easy number 2 pick for me.
Alrighty. I'm going to go Blue Ranger now.
Yep.
My favorite Blue Ranger, and I'm going back to space. I'm picking TJ.
Ooh. That was mine.
Was it?
Yep.
Dude, TJ was a badass, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was so cool. I all I can say is he was awesome. I loved him. I thought he was the best I think actually he was the best character in that series as far as the core group. I love TJ, man. He's so good.
I liked Andros. TJ was a badass, especially because remember, TJ was the Red Turbo Ranger for half a season too.
Yes, sir.
So you saw that TJ had the leadership abilities to be the Red Ranger, and then just situationally he got moved to blue because Andros already had the Red Morpher, and he rocks the lieutenant position.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Killed it.
He's probably one of the most entertaining characters in space. Greenblatt, to you.
I'm gonna go for my Green Ranger this slot. I'm gonna go with Adam.
I'm gonna kill you.
Also, it also helps that it's Johnny Young Bosch, and I have a liking to him because he voices a lot of my favorite anime characters.
Yep.
And I mean, he's also a very versatile Ranger. He was in what, 4 seasons? Because he was in Mighty Morphin,
3.
he was in Zeo, he was in Turbo too.
Yeah, if you count Mighty Morphin twice, then he was in 4, but 3.
Yeah, I mean, versatile Ranger, and I mean, I could have picked him for my Black Ranger as well, but I'm going with him for my Green Ranger slot.
Well, Black and Green are the same category.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Black and Green are the same category.
All right, yep, and I've got him locked down for that spot.
Yeah, and what I liked about Adam is he was so different than the rest of that group, because he was really the soft-spoken one. He was
very quiet.
He was very quiet. He was very calm. He was very kind. Not that all the Power Rangers weren't kind at heart, but he was very peaceful. You know what I mean? He was kind. I don't want to call him the hippie of the group, but he was kind of the soft-spoken one. Okay.
My next pick is.
I'm gonna step in and take my Blue Ranger just to screw Greenblatt over.
Oh, I think you know who I'm gonna pick.
Just so Greenblatt doesn't draft the entire Zeo squad.
Oh no, that's not where I'm going with it.
Oh wow. And regardless, I think this was going to be my next pick anyway, because Rocky Dos Santos is without question one of my favorite Power Rangers to begin with. Actually, I personally loved him as the Red Ranger when Tommy took over as the leader in the second half of the second season. Rocky definitely also had a little bit of a different personality than the rest of the team. He was a little bit more headstrong. He was a little bit more shoot first, ask questions later, which didn't always fit with the rest of the team. And there are a couple episodes where he does kind of feel like an outcast a little bit. One of my favorite episodes is where he gets all insecure in Zeo because Jason comes back. And remember, Jason was the original Red, Rocky was the second Red.
Yep.
So he kind of feels replaced by Jason, and then he ends up being the hero at the end. It's a very cool episode. Rocky, very easy pick for Blue Ranger. All right, Matt, picks back to you.
Alrighty. I'm going to do my Green Ranger. And I am going from Lost Galaxy, Damon Henderson.
Nice.
Interesting.
Right? Again.
Yeah, good pick.
Fun character. He has some great quips. He takes the job very seriously, and you can tell the position means a lot to him.
Yeah.
But he has a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Question, wasn't Lost Galaxy one where the Pink Ranger literally died?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they brought her back at the end of the year.
Yeah, they replaced her with what's her face? For a bit.
Astronema.
Andros' sister. Yeah.
Yeah, Astronema.
The first show to actually ever kill a Ranger, though.
Yeah,
but
it's because the actress
Chad Cancer
got leukemia and had to undergo treatment. Yeah, no, I love Damon. Damon's actually very, very similar to another Green Ranger, a very similar time span, who you might see come off the board in the next few minutes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I like Damon. Good pick. Greenblatt to you.
Thank you.
This one I don't think is going to be – I'm going to go with my Blue Ranger for this one.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Skylar from SPD.
Okay, you did take him.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to take Billy. I was so...
I thought, Billy is too easy, though.
Yeah, I was so convinced you were going to take Billy, but nope.
I thought so, too.
I didn't want to go with the easy answer. Well, besides, I already went with the easy answer, with the give me answer.
No, but, dude, please explain why, because if you don't, I will.
For me, SPD is one of those seasons where not many people liked them because they were all dicks to each other.
Yes.
And I actually really liked that as a kid. Also, I think I had the most merchandise for SPD when I was a kid as well. And I just liked his character. He just so wanted to be that show shafted his character too.
Oh, it
Like-
definitely did. It
Like
definitely
he
did.
was trained to be the Red Ranger. He went through all the training, and some guy comes off the street that they arrested, and they're like, "Oh no, let's go make this guy the Red Ranger."
Exactly.
I felt so bad for him as a
They did that-
character.
They did that in the what is it? Beast Morphers. That's the newest one.
I think
Yeah,
so.
they did it in Beast Morphers too.
Oh, did they
Well,
Yeah,
really?
same thing.
The way Beast Morphers worked was the Ranger transformation process got, first of all, the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger in Beast Morphers was a dickhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, was
Like a
set up
character
to
or
be
the
villain
actor?
before. As the morphing process happened, because they made it digital, like uploading an application to your computer, it essentially got hacked by the big villain of the season, and they became the evil Red Ranger and then the evil Yellow Ranger, and only the original Blue Ranger really survived the process with his brain intact. Then they brought in realistically, the two closest teenagers who ran towards the fire instead of away from the fire, and made them the Red Ranger and Yellow Ranger.
This
Yep.
show sounds intense.
It's actually really, really good.
It's on
Wasn't
Netflix,
bad.
right?
Little
No,
campy,
I
but
liked
pretty
it.
good.
Is it on
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yes, and the thing that I said to Taylor is part of the reason I thought it was so good is I feel like it's a step in the right direction
Like with Hasbro in charge?
with Hasbro in charge, because it's the first Nickelodeon Power Rangers series I can watch and not be like, okay, this is just too dumb for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From Samurai to up until Ninja Steel, it was just like, it's too dumb. So 2010 to 2017, or no, Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge, I couldn't watch either. Beast Morphers is a step in the right direction. I'm definitely stoked for it. I definitely enjoy it. Okay, my pick. You know what? Okay. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to take my Yellow Ranger.
I was going to do the same for this round.
And I'm going to actually take the Beast Morphers Yellow Ranger.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to take Zoe from Beast Morphers.
Okay.
Here's why. The arc they kind of have her on is that they started with her as more or less a janitor at the facility. I think she was doing laundry at the facility. And, of course, the big catastrophe happened when the morphing process gets hacked, and she sees all these people running away, and she runs towards the problem. And essentially that's how she gets her Yellow Ranger powers. And from that point forward, you see this character constantly striving to see a bad situation and insert herself to it and make it a better situation. And realistically, the main reason I'm kind of picking her is also because I can't think of the last time they gave a Yellow Ranger this much attention.
Ooh, okay. My pick's gonna counter that.
I think I know who you're thinking of, but I can't. In looking back at my childhood, I always kind of felt like the Yellow Ranger was just kind of there.
Forgotten.
And my personal favorite season is Time Force, if you haven't already picked that up. Is Time Force and Zeo, and both of those I kind of felt like the Yellow Ranger was just there. And Space and Turbo with Ashley, I always kind of felt like was just the hair flippy cheerleader type. And I felt like she totally got shafted. And there was that sporty girl, Kelsey, that I really hope I didn't just steal from Matt.
No, you did not.
I felt like was just kind of there. The reason I think I'm picking Zoe is because I feel like she gets more of a character arc. Yeah, and like I said, I like Beast Morphers. It's not something I can watch with the seriousness that I watch Arrow or even The Office. Anytime you watch Power Rangers at all, you kind of have to go in with your brain checked off a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm into it. Matt, picks you.
Okay. So I was gonna pick my Yellow Ranger next, but I think I'm gonna go to my mentor.
Yeah, because now you know that I'm not gonna. Now you know that it's only. Yeah, cut that. Go.
Okay. Easy. Zordon.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean, I'd ask you to explain, but yeah, it's Zordon.
Does it? Yeah. I mean, he's the OG, and without him, there's no Power Rangers.
Yeah,
For,
and
like,
I definitely feel like every mentor is kind of compared to Zordon in that way.
Exactly.
Every mentor has to live up to Zordon. Zordon's the GOAT. Everybody else is just kind of chasing.
Yes, sir.
Greenblatt?
I'm going to go with my Yellow Ranger pick here. I don't know if this will count, though. I'm going Trini, but Trini, like, that's how she's done in the comics.
Don't be that guy.
Okay. All right. I mean,
don't be that guy.
Right. It's just because she's awesome in the comics. They're all awesome in the comics. All right.
That's the thing. The comics are too good.
Yeah.
So good.
You can go with Trini.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Kira from Dino Thunder.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I mean,
I can
Dino
give
Thunder
you that.
was. I mean, one of the reasons as a kid as well. Like, one, I'm a kid. I love dinosaurs. Like, I mean, who doesn't as a kid? So
Yeah.
Dino Thunder was my jam.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, there was only 3 of them originally.
Mm-hmm.
They're a 3-person team. I mean, JDF came along like not long after, like 5 or 6 episodes in.
And then Trent didn't come in until 2/3 of the way through the season.
Yeah, he was the. Although I will say his outfit is awesome. The white Dino Ranger outfit is awesome.
Yeah.
I just like the yellow one. I like Kira as the. She was also. I mean, fans liked her too because she was brought back for like when they did the crossover. She was the only one of the Dino Thunder for. She was the only Dino Thunder brought for the SPD one, was it? I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
SPD
and
was after.
Overdrive.
Yeah.
They did one episode in Overdrive.
If I can't do comics, then I'm gonna go with Kira for my Yellow Ranger.
Okay, this is a tough one. I was gonna pick my mentor. Sorry. But now that this person isn't a threat to be taken by Matt anymore, and I don't think Greenblatt's gonna take him, I'm gonna let this. I'm go green.
I'm doing this all I'm just doing this all like I've put no preparation into this. By the way.
Oh, I know, me neither. I'm gonna go green, and I really, considering there's nobody who has to take a Green Ranger left, I really want to say Joel Rollins from Lightspeed because I absolutely loved him. But
that's another one I didn't really watch. I think I
only
only watched. I watched it as a kid, but I never watched it all the way through.
That was one of the best ones. You're an idiot.
Easily.
But I'm actually going to go Bridge Carson from SPD.
Oh.
Okay.
Now,
he was good.
Bridge, I think, is probably in my eyes, one of the biggest bright spots on SPD because he's the only one who isn't an asshole for the first half of the season. And he's also kind of the Kevin Malone of the group where he's seen as a little bit dimmer, but then you actually realize that he's actually a genius. In terms of investigative skills, he's probably the smartest one there, and they are police officers, so who knows? Yeah, Bridge was definitely one of the bright spots of that team, and in my eyes, one of the brightest spots of that series, and the easiest guy to root for on that show. Easy pick for the green. No, not an easy pick for the green, because Joel was very close. But Bridge is my Green Ranger. Matt, back to you.
I just want to say you named my second and third choices as far as Green Rangers go.
So Damon, Joel, Bridge?
Yes, sir.
Figured.
Okay. I'm going to change it up a little bit because a lot of my team is in like the same 3 or 2 series. So I'm going to change it up a bit. Gonna go for yellow. Yeah, big time. I'm going to go Taylor Earhart for Wild Force, Yellow Ranger.
See, that was the one I was debating.
Yeah.
That was very, very close.
Exactly. And when you brought up the whole point that you haven't seen one get that much attention, I mean, she was the leader of that team.
Nope. I agree. That was the one asterisk. That was the one asterisk in my head.
Because that team was built around her. She's ex-military, I think.
Fighter
she's
pilot.
like a military pilot. Yeah.
And she was shot down. That's why she's the Eagle.
Until they found a competent Red Ranger, she was in charge. So I'm gonna have to go with her.
Sorry,
And she didn't even like the competent Red Ranger they found at first.
Yeah, no.
I noticed that's very similar. Her character in and of herself is very similar to the Jen character that I took off the board very, very early.
Yes.
In the fact that they were the original leaders, and then they meet the Red Ranger, think the Red Ranger is a knucklehead, and fight him on it. And that's, in my opinion, she is probably the most interesting character of Wild Force. Wild Force, looking back, was not a great season, but I think it was definitely one of the pivotal seasons of my childhood.
Yeah, that was going to be my asterisk to that. The season's not great, but I think I have the most memory of actively watching that one and getting the toys.
No, me too. That's really, really funny you mentioned that, because I vividly remember waking up. Now I have to look up what episode it was. Jesus Christ. Remember, it had to be my 5th birthday, because this was early. Nope, 6th birthday. I remember waking up and watching Power Rangers Wild Force before we decorated the house with all Power Rangers Wild Force shit. And it was, oh my God, I remember this so vividly. That's the thing with Wild Force. It wasn't a great year, but looking back, I just remember it more vivid than any other season. Maybe Time Force, maybe a tie, but it doesn't matter. Greenblatt to you. 2 picks left.
I'm gonna go with my mentor.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the doggy Anubis from SPD.
Yeah,
Okay. The reason I'm pissed is that was going to be my 6th Ranger.
I was say he's more of a 6th Ranger than a mentor.
Well, he didn't really become a Ranger until much later on.
Halfway through.
Yeah, but I mean, he does have honestly one of the coolest Ranger outfits, though.
Dude,
I mean, the Omega
savage.
Yeah. It was like the 100 on it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, oh God.
Shit, I have some decisions to make now.
Yeah, I mean, he ran the entire Ranger force, like, because this was like for SPD, it was like a big.
He ran.
Yeah,
SPD.
he ran the entire thing, and like, he was running a ton of different Power Rangers teams. There weren't just like one team of Rangers, like, which is one of the things like I liked about SPD. It just wasn't one group. It was like there were multiple. They were like a legitimate police force.
Yeah.
And he was in charge of all of it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that. Keep in mind, my other one would have been Zordon from the movie.
Ryan Cranston.
I'm gonna kill you.
Or my backup Red Ranger pick would have been him.
Dude, Zordon from the movie is just so bad. I have 2 picks left, 6th and mentor. And I'm picking a mentor only because at this point I have absolutely no idea who I'm gonna pick for a 6th. All right. Because my 2 picks were both Zane and Jason. and Doggy Kruger. So I am going to pick Captain Mitchell from Lightspeed. I think he was the most obvious mentor aside from Zordon. Lost Galaxy kind of had that captain guy who was in charge, and even Time Force had the guy in the future who was kind of a dink. And then you had the Princess and Wild Force, and after that, I don't really remember. Except the guy who turned into a chipmunk in Ninja Storm would be pretty cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was not chipmunk, hamster.
Guinea pig.
He was a guinea pig, yeah.
Right, I know who should be your 6th. Your other 6th.
Don't say anything, because I need to think here. Yeah, Captain Mitchell, you find out was actually the original firefighter who saved Carter Grayson's life and inspired the number 1 pick in our draft to become a Power Ranger and become a firefighter. Captain Mitchell was awesome, man. He was.
Yeah, he was.
With the mustache, the bald head, he was a badass.
He was badass Dr. Phil.
He really is badass Dr. Phil. All right, Matt, last pick to you.
All right, only Ranger I haven't picked yet is my Pink Ranger. And for that, what?
No, that's me too. I'm in the same boat.
Okay. I am going with Cat Hillard, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and Turbo.
Nice.
God damn it! All right.
I prefer Kimberly in Mighty Morphin. Zeo, she's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
E-
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, had to change it up a little bit. She's great. And Turbo, she's good too. But it was like the best progression in characters. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think it's close. I think Sky, then Wes, then maybe Cat.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Ryan,
Just from a character development standpoint, from being one person, becoming a better person,
Yeah.
I would say Sky, then Wes, then Cat.
Yeah, I like that.
Continue,
Ryan,
though.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's really it for me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Great Pink Ranger. My favorite Pink Ranger.
Yep.
Ryan, who did you pick for your pink?
Jen from Time Force.
All right. Nope. Never mind. All right.
No,
Hang on
she
a
was
second.
she was literally my number 2 pick.
Yeah. No, I forgot. All right. Give
Just
me a
take the
second.
easy one.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go Kimberly then.
I was gonna say the list almost loses legitimacy if he's not taken.
Yeah. I mean, she was every kid's crush in the 90s.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll give
and if
you
you're
that.
not, yeah. I was actually gonna watch a show, like, because I've been that level of boredom. There's a show, actually, Amy Jo Johnson was in, like, a Canadian police show that got recommended to be called Flashpoint. And she was one of the main stars of it. I was gonna watch that at some point. But then I started Madam Secretary, and I'm obsessed because I love political dramas.
Yeah, no, Kimberly, very easy pick for Pink
Yeah.
Ranger. All right,
We couldn't let her go off the board.
my 6th. I honestly I genuinely don't know here. Because there's 3 I really like. 4 years in a row. Good God.
Ninjor.
Shut up. Okay, I'll let you guys make my last pick for me. No, No. Magna Defender. Ryan from Lightspeed. Eric from Time Force.
I was gonna say Eric, like the Quantum Ranger.
Or
For your 6th.
Merrick from Wild Force.
Go with the Quantum Ranger.
Yeah, I'd either say Ryan or Quantum Ranger.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be Eric for your 6th.
But Magna Defender, though.
I mean,
the Magna Defender is easily the most badass Power Ranger.
Then go with
ever.
that. Then go with that. Do you just feel badly?
I have to go with Eric.
You can't leave him
You
off
have
the
to.
board.
I have to go with Eric. The Quantum Ranger is just he's literally a police officer soldier.
So cool.
It
Plus
once
that
again falls
suit.
into the category of character development.
Yeah.
He's a dink at the beginning and becomes a hero at the end. Oh. But
Did we
Magna
write these all?
Defender,
Did
though.
we write these all out or no?
Yeah, I did.
I wrote mine.
Okay.
No,
I
I've
didn't
been
write
keeping
mine.
track. Man, I have to go Eric from Time Force.
You got to.
And like I said, honorable mention. There's so many honorable mentions. Yeah, so that's our list. Wow, I'm still beaten up over this. Yeah, okay, I'll live with it. Eric from Time Force, the Quantum Ranger is my 6th. All right, here's what we got.
I got my entire team.
Did you really?
I'm
Yeah.
happy with mine.
See, I definitely am too. Greenblatt stole a couple of mine, but I'm happy with what I have.
Yeah,
Greenblatt literally stole 1, 2, 3, 4 of mine.
my biggest flop is not realizing that Tommy was on the table. But besides that, I'm happy.
I was gonna say I was very confused. I knew you were gonna pick Carter, but
Yeah.
I'm very confused as to why you didn't pick Tommy as your 6th.
Yeah, I did not realize that was an option at the time.
It's all good.
And
All right, so here's what we got.
It's cool.
All right, so Matt's team. Carter from Lightspeed is the Red Ranger. TJ from Space is the Blue Ranger. Damon from Lost Galaxy is the Green Ranger. Taylor from Wild Force, yellow. Kat from Zeo is pink. And Zane from Space is 6 with the mentor of Zordon, Greenblatt. Tommy from Zeo is your Red Ranger. Sky from SPD is your Blue Ranger. Adam from Zeo is your Green Ranger. Kira from Dino Thunder is your Yellow Ranger. Kimberly from Mighty Morphin is your Pink Ranger. Jason from Zeo is your 6th Ranger. And Doggy Kruger from SPD is your mentor. My team, Wes from Time Force is my Red Ranger. Rocky from Zeo is my Blue Ranger. Bridge from SPD is my Green Ranger. Plot twist, Zoe from Beast Morphers is my Yellow Ranger. Jen from Time Force is my Pink Ranger. Eric, the Quantum Ranger from Time Force, is my 6th Ranger. And Captain Mitchell from Lightspeed is my mentor. So we're going to take a very quick break. I'm going to get some water because I'm starting to get lightheaded because I've been talking for like 5 minutes straight. And then we are going to rank the seasons of The Office. Back to the 202 show. Thank you for sticking with us. I'm your host, Ryan Saber. Here's what we're going to do. Now, I want to go ahead and try to rank the seasons of The Office because right now The Office is one of the most watched shows on Netflix, and it's probably, I'm not sure of the fact on this, but I'm sure if you looked it up, it's probably one of the most top 5 watched shows in Netflix history. And considering everybody's sitting at home, bored out of their mind with coronavirus going on outside, I feel like a lot of people are rewatching it. So let's go ahead and rank the seasons. I want to start at the top and work down to the bottom, or would you guys rather start at the bottom and work up to the top?
Let's go from the
Let's go
bottom.
top down.
Oh,
Top
all
down?
right. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, we can't do rock, paper, scissors because you know.
Okay.
Let's go top down.
Top down.
All right.
I'll start with number 1, and I think number 1's easily season 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, I was gonna say season 2.
I was gonna say season 2 as well.
Oh,
I said
I don't
4.
think so. I think I would say 4, and here's why. Season 4 is when we see one of my favorite arcs, which is the rise and fall of Ryan Howard.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Where you see him get a job and look, you see it when you rewatch it more than when I watched it the original time. Anytime you see one of the Ryan talking heads, you know he's on cocaine.
Yeah.
You know
Among other
he's
things.
so clearly on drugs the second time around.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, Ryan was actually the first person casted for The Office.
I didn't know that. And he was the first person hired as a writer.
Yeah.
Yep. From Newton, Massachusetts.
Yes, he
Half
was.
the cast.
Newton High
Same
School grad.
same with Amy Poehler and Chris Evans. Oh no, Chris Evans was from Sudbury. Never mind.
Was Amy Poehler from Newton?
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Newton.
So was John Krasinski, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Mindy Kaling's dad's my aunt's doctor, was my aunt's doctor.
Cool.
That's
Interesting.
amazing.
Back to what we're trying to do. Yeah, season 4, I think, is one of the best seasons of television history, let alone.
Well,
And not to mention the fact I think half the season was, I think they had to shorten 4th season down a bit because there was a writer's strike.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, also, season 4 is the first season where we finally see Jim and Pam get together.
That too.
And
yeah.
And you finally see the love story they've been pushing for 3 seasons come together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll take that.
Okay. I'm very comfortable putting season 2 number 2.
That's what I was going to
Yeah,
say
I'm cool
too.
with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody want to explain what made season 2 so good?
Well, okay.
All
Matt.
right, Matt can, yeah.
I'll say this, and it's going to be a little bit brutally honest. A lot of people who haven't seen The Office, they try to watch season 1 and they can't get into it.
Yep.
And that's because season 1 kind of sucks.
It's
Like
awful.
4 episodes too, I think.
I would
Yes,
okay.
so-
I wouldn't say. We'll talk about this when we get to season 1. Continue. I'm
Season
sorry.
1's on my last.
Yeah, season 1's low for me. Anyway, so I think season 2 is where it really picks up. Everyone's still like young and they're starting to really figure out who these characters are. There's never like a part of The Office where there's high stakes, but this is where like the stakes are the lowest as far as everything's lighthearted. Jim and Pam aren't like a thing yet. They're flirting, but like it's still cute. I'm one of the people who kind of grow to hate them as a couple.
Okay.
So I enjoy them early on because later on in the show, my opinion about them as a couple changes completely.
Yeah, no, definitely. What I really like about season 2 is that is really where they really start to develop all these characters. Season 1, they're kind of putting them together and seeing what works. And season 2, you're seeing them gain kind of personalities.
Yeah.
Season 1 is a carbon copy from season 1 of the UK Office.
No, and I get that too.
And like that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have season 2 so high up there. It's because that's when they started doing their own thing.
Exactly.
It became its own show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't follow like what the season. They didn't follow what the UK Office was, like because that's when like they just allowed everyone to like start emote like they came up with their own thing. That's where Greg Daniels really took over the show.
And I agree with you there. Off the top of my head, the biggest name that's coming to mind is Dwight, because I feel like season 1 of Dwight, he was just a machine. He was just the Dwight Schrute stereotype of I'm in charge, I'm assistant regional manager, this is my office, you do what I say. Whereas season 2,
the regional.
He's very much the same way, but I feel like they definitely give him a little bit more personality. That's when they really start expanding the secret relationship with Angela, Cousin Bose, who very few people know, but I know you guys know is actually pretty much the biggest writer of this show and the head of Parks and Recreation.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
And Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Mike Schur is the sitcom god at this point.
Well, him and Greg Daniels together.
Yes, exactly. Yes, season 2, very easy pick at number 2. Number 3, I'm going to go ahead and say season 5, unless anybody has an objection.
I was going to say season 3.
I'm cool with season 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
The reason I'm saying season 5 is because I feel like season 5 is not only an extension of season 4, but I think there are parts of season 5 that are as good, if not better, than season 4. I think season 5 has some of the best episodes in the show itself in terms of individual episodes. Let me look at this right now. Hang on.
Michael Scott Paper Company, of course.
That's actually what I didn't like about it. And
really?
That in fact, yeah.
Oh, I love Michael Scott Paper Company.
So, and I think the reason I put season 5 so high is simply because it has 4 of my favorite episodes of The Office ever. Weight Loss, part 1 and 2. Business Ethics, which is where Meredith tells Holly and Michael how she's sleeping with the paper supplier for discounts and Outback steak coupons.
Yeah.
Crime Aid, where we actually talked about this last week, where Michael's auctioning off the Bruce Springsteen tickets he doesn't have because him and Holly had sex in a stairwell and forgot to lock the door afterwards. And what I think is widely known as the best episode of The Office ever, Stress Relief. Where Dwight starts a fire, Stanley has a heart attack, CPR scene with the CPR dummy, Dwight cuts the face off, and then they have the roast of Michael Scott. And if
that was a beautiful episode.
Deleted scenes of that, it's absolutely bonkers.
Can you put my video back on?
So are we good with season 5, number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing about season 5, and I think the reason I put this number 3 or I would put this number 3, it's obviously a collective decision, but the reason I'm content with it at number 3 and not trying to push for it to be higher is because I actually didn't like the Michael Scott Paper Company run.
I enjoyed it.
I liked the episodes. I don't love the episodes of him fighting with Charles Minor, Idris Elba.
Fair enough.
Every time I watch that, I always skip through those. I don't like the way it ends, but I do love Company Picnic. I love the way it picks back up. I hate that dip towards the end of season 5.
Fair enough.
What are you guys thinking for number 4?
Season 3.
Number 4, I'm saying season 3.
Yeah, I had those between 3 and 5. I basically had a bunch of those, like one off from each other. Like I had 3 at 4, and then I had 3 at 2, whatever. Anyway, all
right, Sean, what do you like about season 3?
Season 3. Sorry, I just had something written out. Give me a sec.
Yeah. So season 3 is the Stamford season that originally starts in Stamford, Connecticut.
Andy Bernard.
And then Jim comes back, and we meet Andy. We meet Karen. Karen's there for 1 year. I actually
really liked.
I liked her character though.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I liked her and Jim. I did.
They were cooler.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Were, but we knew he was going to end up with Pam.
Oh, yeah.
No, I know. I
Everyone
know.
saw that coming
It's just,
from a mile.
I mean, I also have the thing. I also have my thing with Rashida Jones from Parks and Rec. I love her.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Everybody does. She's good in everything.
Oh, she's
Have
amazing.
you guys watched Angie Tribeca?
No.
That's good too.
Oh,
That's
you
actually
guys,
good.
You need to watch Angie Tribeca. It's so funny.
Noted.
It's written by Steve Carell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sean, season 3, what else
hilarious.
made it so good?
Like you said, when Jim starts out in another branch of the company, and then the whole downsizing threat was, I thought, a good plot. Like, it looked like it was going to be Scranton was going to get kicked out, and then Stanford. It was just a good plot, I thought.
Okay.
And we got the best character to join the show, who wasn't on the original cast, Andy Bernard.
Yeah, that was the key. Obviously, Andy Bernard.
No, that was definitely
awesome.
a very big pickup by them. Andy
Huge.
was – I love Andy. And
Is
the funny thing
great.
is you absolutely hate Andy at the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
and then you grow to love him.
He becomes so lovable. They did such a good job at giving him that arc.
They really did. He had such good character development. All right, number 5. I'll let somebody else take it away.
Oh,
What do you guys
Season-
think? So 4, 2, 5, and 3 are off the board.
I guess season 6 then?
I was
Season
going to say season
6.
6.
Yeah.
The only thing season 6 has that's down for it is the Scott's Tots episode.
Oh, the worst episode of TV ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's the only problem I have with season 6.
What a
So
terrible
season 6 is,
episode.
of course, the
Yeah.
Saber season, where Dunder Mifflin goes under and they're bought out by Saber printers.
I think you mean
it's-
Sabre.
Yeah.
Your last
I
name.
personally love, what's her name? Kathy Bates as
Yeah.
Joe Bennett.
Me
She's
too.
without a doubt one of my favorite characters. I love the power struggle between Jim and Michael when they're both co-managers. And personally, one of the other things I love about this season so much is the dynamic between Jim and Ryan. And that one episode where Jim keeps asking Ryan to do just simple data entry, and Ryan's like, nah, you don't really have any power. Fuck you, guy, whatever. And then Jim puts him in a closet.
Yeah.
That was a great season. Season 6, I like season 6. Yeah, I'm comfortable putting it there. And after that, I think it's an easy consensus 7.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Just because I think 7 was on par with everything else up until Michael Scott left.
Yeah.
And once Michael Scott left, it kind of just went boo whoop.
And the last few episodes of that season were off. I didn't like them.
I
didn't-
hated
I didn't
Will
Yeah.
Ferrell.
Yeah, that was bad. But I
hated
didn't think
Will Ferrell.
Steve Carell's departure completely ruined that show.
I don't either.
I don't
I
either.
think
It's
it
just,
ruined that season.
Yes, it did.
I'm
they
just
didn't know what
glad
to
they
do.
didn't stick with Will. I'm
No,
so glad
they
they didn't
had-
stick with him. That would have been a disaster.
They had absolutely no plan for what to do after him.
Pretty much.
At
They were
least
just like,
in my
let's give
opinion,
him a
felt
really-
like they were just running around after.
They just wanted to give the viewer a really well-known name to occupy till they figured
And
it
hoped
out.
it would work. Yeah, and it
And
didn't.
it didn't.
No.
Will Ferrell was atrocious. And I love Will Ferrell. I love Will Ferrell as an actor.
Oh,
I
me
love
too.
99% of the other things he's ever done. Step Brothers and Ricky Bobby are the first two that come to mind. And it's just, good
What about
God.
Anchorman?
What was that?
Anchorman.
Anchorman. Yeah, exactly.
The Other Guys is one of my favorites.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God,
We
the
can go
other
on-
guys.
We can literally make an entire segment of best Will Ferrell movies.
Except the recent
Yeah.
ones.
Fair. But no, I didn't like him in The Office. I hated the character. The character was such a dick. At least Michael was a dick when you think about it, but he had some very redeemable qualities.
He had a heart
Nothing
deep
cared.
down there.
D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Well, Will Ferrell did not.
Yeah, we were all kind of rooting for him to get killed. Let's be real.
Yeah.
All
Basically.
right, so we have 3 more. And I'm going to go ahead and actually skip the next 2 and kind of do this list out of order and just get out of the way that season 9 was the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say season 1.
Yeah, I'm with Matt on that one. I'm gonna say season 1 was the worst.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a carbon copy.
Okay, so
like,
are we content then putting 8 next?
Sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 8 I did not hate. And
Me
then
neither.
I did not mean to rhyme that at all.
I was gonna say.
I didn't mean to rhyme and try to make poetry with that at all. I did not.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I did not dislike season 8. It was missing Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Let me make that very, very clear. Yes, it was missing Steve Carell. But with the way they changed it up, I was into it. I liked Andy as a manager. Until he became a weird cokehead sex addict by the end of the season, I liked Robert California.
See, I liked
was
the cokehead sex
entertained for the
addict.
most part of season 8. And again, just like season 7, I think it just fell off a cliff at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Once
be honest.
Andy got fired, from that point on, it's unwatchable.
I haven't seen season 8 and 9 since they aired. I'd never rewatched those seasons.
I think you're missing out.
I mean, again, I saw them when they aired live, but it's just, I mean, like Steve Carell was like the main reason I watched that show.
And I get that, but I do definitely think you're missing out a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but like usually when I'm rewatching the show, like I stop like around when when he leaves. Just
And
because,
that's fine. I mean, I skip episodes too. I skipped the end of season 8. I skipped the end of season 7. I skipped parts of season 5, which is one of my personal favorites. But
I'm saying I just skipped those seasons altogether.
I get that. I understand what you're saying, and that's what I'm saying. You're missing out because there are good episodes there. I loved the idea of Andy constantly trying to impress Robert California.
That was entertaining.
Realistically, Robert California is a dick who you shouldn't worry about his opinion anyway because he's a cocky prick.
Honest, I thought you just said Robot.
I love
California.
James
I
Spader.
thought you just said Robot California.
That's Ultron.
Yeah, that's what
James Spader's a great actor.
I like season 8.
If you guys don't, you got to watch The Blacklist if you haven't seen it. James Spader is so goddamn awesome in that.
Oh, I know. I like season 8, but I'm also comfortable with it being at the bottom of the list just because of the quality of everything else ahead of it. Okay, so last 2, and at this point, there's an argument over which is the worst, being season 1. I feel like we're talking about like episodes 1 and 2. This is how we're comparing it to.
Yeah, I'm comfortable really putting either one anywhere.
Yeah. Season 1 is just so uncomfortable to watch.
But I think there's quality in that.
I think so too.
I mean, maybe just for the fact
in comparison to season 9.
I mean, maybe just putting it ahead of season 9 just because it's started the show.
That's where I would go.
I mean, just for that fact alone.
No, because I think the finale is one of the best episodes too.
Oh, that was a good episode.
Great.
Yeah.
The finale is great, and there are definitely very redeemable episodes of season 9.
So then we'll put season 9 ahead of season 1.
But
we'll just put season 1 at the bottom of the list.
I don't want to do that because I think season 1 has too many good episodes.
It has 6 episodes. There's
6, I think.
There's 6 episodes.
The first episode is whatever.
I disagree. I think Diversity Day is one of the best episodes.
I was going to say Diversity Day is great.
Yeah.
That's what I think about when I think about
Diversity Day is the best episode of the season, by far.
Yeah.
Just because Diversity Day, they got away with everything they couldn't get away with in 2020.
No.
Yeah. The whole show was that, really.
You could slowly see them start to censor Michael from that point on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they put that out and they're like, okay, we can't keep doing this or Michael's just going to be so unwatchable that they have to fire him and there's no show anymore.
Well, again, Diversity from season, again, like they're just doing the same scripts from the UK.
And I get that, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have quality.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't. I mean, like you're saying, like stuff. Never mind.
No, and I agree, but I would also say that aside from Diversity Day and the healthcare episode, I think everything else is just kind of murky. Because the healthcare episode was great too, especially that scene where they're in the conference room and Dwight's reading off everybody's personal information.
I do like the backstory behind those episodes, like with the Office Ladies podcast.
Great podcast. I listen to that.
I'm so far behind on it, like, because I've mainly just stopped listening to those kind of podcasts. I've mainly just stuck with, like, Dungeons & Dragons podcasts.
Okay. All right. So season 9's obviously last. Let's talk about some of the redeeming qualities of it, because I know obviously it's last for a reason, but I also think that there are some very, very quality episodes.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
To me, the reason that it's last is because Jim was the best character of the show, and they, in my eyes, ruin his character.
Mm-hmm.
By making him a selfish prick who starts his own company and essentially abandons his wife to look after.
Oh, hard disagree.
Really?
I think anyone in that season's selfish. It's Pam.
Okay.
You have someone who throughout the entire show hates where he works.
And puts his life on hold for you.
Put multiple times, and she couldn't do it for him. That's where I get really annoyed with the Pam character.
I felt like they kind of both were selfish to some degree.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just Jim.
After Pam gets pregnant, her character is obnoxious to me.
A little bit. I mean, definitely more obnoxious.
Pregnant the second time, not the first time.
Even the first time, because she goes from like goofy to just so whiny.
I'm gonna say like she definitely got worse after the second time.
She definitely got worse after the second time. Yeah.
First time wasn't as bad, but second one is still just.
Okay.
Because like during those times, like I'm like, I would much rather be watching like Community or Parks and Rec than watch this shit.
No, and I'll give you that.
Granted, I do kind of prefer Parks and Rec to The Office.
I don't know about that, but
Community is up there as well.
Let's look at some of the bright sides of this. The last two episodes, Assistant to the Assistant Regional Manager, or AARM, and Finale, I think are absolute home runs.
Yep.
I love the addition of Clark and Pete. I know the actor. I'm blanking on the actor. I have no idea what the actor's name for Pete is. But
Clark went on to do a lot more.
Yeah.
Clark Duke. Yeah, he's just awesome.
Is it Clark Duke? That's
the guy who played Clark, I think. I think
they
just kept his actual name. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, Clark Duke was in a lot of stuff. He was in Hot Tub Time Machine, which is actually
that's where I remember him from.
Ever. No, but I like Clark Duke. I love the addition of those two to the show. I think that's one of the very redeeming qualities. Even Nellie. Nellie was cool. Nellie was a bitch in season 8, but you grew to actually like her in season 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a hard sell, but I enjoyed her eventually.
And again, the finale, I think, was a home run. Assistant to the Assistant Regional Manager was a home run. But like I said, the whole Jim leaving and the whole Jim and Pam fighting, I think it ruined the season.
Yeah.
Which is why it got to the bottom of the list. So, running this back. So, here's what we have. Season 4, number 1. Season 2, number 2. Season 5, number 3. Season 3, number 4. Season 6, number 5. Season 7, number 6. Season 8, number 7. Season 1, number 8. And Season 9, number 9. That was a mouthful. I will make a graphic for this. Yeah, so that is going to wrap up our show. Make sure you subscribe down below and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the 202 Show. Guys, thank you for sticking with me. I know this was kind of a tough one, and I was a little bit off my game, but I'm proud of it, and I think we're going to have a pretty good reaction for this. Once again, make sure you subscribe down below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ryan Saber. For everyone here, thank you for watching the 202 Show.